Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 One Piece villains. There will be spoilers in this video, so this is your spoiler alert. And let's just get started. Number 10 is Emu, and the whole reason why Emu is on this list is because how important he or she is. They are responsible for all the bad that is happening in the One Piece world. And the fact that they had connection to Joy Boy also makes her even more mysterious. This is the most mysterious character. We know almost nothing about this character, so there aren't really that much I can say, but they are powerful. They are some of the strongest character in all of One Piece. To be honest, if the character had more development, I would be able to put it higher, but another thing that helps justify her being here is the fact that they killed Cobra. So at least there's something more to it than just the fact that they the cause of all evil that is happening right now in the One Piece world. Number 9 is Saturn. This is the only Gosei on this list, and that's because unlike the other, he has actually gotten real development in the Egghead arc. And let's just say, he's my number 9 favorite villain here. That's because of how much I hate this son of a bitch. And when a villain gets you to hate this much as I hate him, you've done something right. He is cruel. He is evil. He's sadistic. He's a mad scientist and generally just a dirtbag. When Emu took away his immortality and stripped him down to his bones, it was really satisfying seeing the life being drained out of him. He's also the one that gave the order to shoot Clover during Robin's flashback, so yet another reason to hate him. Throughout the Egghead arc, you get more and more reason to hate him, more and more reason to despise him, and he's just a real evil old man. Coming up as number 8 is Akainu. When you get the audience to hate him this much, you've done something right. And from here on out, it's gonna be more difficult because I like all of those villains and some of them I like to hate, and this is one of them. Now, what makes me hate this character so much? One is that he believes so much in absolute justice that he's willing to kill even civilians, and that is proven when he blows up a ship in Nico Robin's flashback that had full of civilians. Just because he's one of the people they were meant to kill got on board, the whole job would have been ruined. So he's despicable in that way. And what makes most people hate him is because he killed Ace. That is what really turned people against this character, and I think that was his crown moment. We also heard the legend of him and Aokiji battling for, I think it was 10 days or 7 days. That shows how powerful he is. He did go up against Whitebeard, but Whitebeard was on a whole other level than he was at that time, but we can still tell that he was able to put up a good fight. This character is despicable because of his belief in absolute justice that makes him do despicable acts, support despicable people, and work for despicable people because he believes it's just. Coming up as number 7 is Rob Lucci, and if it weren't for him in Egghead 2, then I kinda would be higher up than him. But thanks to a bit extra development in the Egghead arc, Rob Lucci has earned his place as number 7. He's got more development and that helped. We learned that even though he is extremely cold-hearted, he considered Kaku a friend. And I didn't really think that was something he ever thought of. So I was surprised by that. But he's also a number one badass. He is threatening, he is cruel, he likes killing. I had the belief that he would eventually betray the world government because of his belief in justice, but I don't know if his justice belief is stronger than his lust for killing. So there is a bit of a question there. He do believe in justice, but he's also have a thirst for blood. I thought he might betray the government, but then I thought of how much he likes killing people, and that makes it harder to believe that, because the government will let him kill almost as many people as he wants, as long as he obeys them. I also think that his first battle with Luffy was one of the best fights in One Piece. His second match with Luffy shows how much Luffy has grown. Although he can't take on Luffy anymore, he is still capable of going up against Zoro. So he's still not a pushover. He's never gonna be a pushover. Number 6 is Kizaru. Now, he would not have made this list if it weren't for the development he got on in the Egghead arc. I'm actually a bit surprised of how many characters got development there, but Kizaru was the one with maybe the best or second best development besides Bane. He is, before the Egghead arc, there was no development to him, but after the Egghead arc, we finally understood the character more. He believes he don't have a choice, that he's just a cog in the machine, and with someone he killed Vegapunk. That actually broke him. He was conflicted throughout the entire Egghead arc. He did not want to kill Vegapunk. He actually helped Luffy one time throughout the Egghead arc. However, he in the end did kill Vegapunk. He was in tears later when he talked to Akainu, and after he was thrown on the ship, he decided to lay back and let the Gosei take on the rest. He could not bring himself to continue after striking the killing blow to Vegapunk. That shows development. That shows more than some people can believe. It actually made the character so much better. And I fear this character might be killed off later on because of it. He is, in a way, a broken man who believes he has to follow orders. But he's still a badass. Coming up as number 5 is Katakuri, and he's the only member of the Big Mom Pirates on this list, and that's because of how much of a badass he is. But one thing I like more than him, than the fact that he's such a badass, is the moral compass, his honor that he has. In the final battle of the Whole Cake Island arc, when Luffy is going up against him, it was revealed that one of his siblings was actually interfering by making Luffy weaker. I'm not exactly remembering exactly what they did to Luffy, but it made him become less of a capable fighter against Katakuri. I think it was pain or something. And when Katakuri learned this, he immediately revealed his face, his teeth, something that he did everything he could to hide. He did not want anyone to see that, but learning that they interfered with his fight against Luffy, when he started to respect Luffy, that was something he could not let go of. So he revealed that, and he told his sister, that was the most popular one, that she was not his favorite sister. He had another favorite sibling. He lost respect from other members of the Big Mom Pirates for that. However, one other thing he did was that he stabbed himself to give Luffy more of a chance against him. He's just such a badass. I really like this character. Number 4 is Crocodile, and this one was the One Piece villain for a really long time, but other characters got more development and they got a little bit better, but he's still one of the best One Piece villains. He started Baroque planning to take over Alabasta, and you really got to understand the character there and then. He is a pirate that sometimes plays dirty, but he's intelligent, he's strong, he's capable. He single-handedly could have been a real pain in the Marines' ass if he wanted to. That's one of the reasons why he was able to become a warlord. But afterward, we meet him in Impel Down, where he is a temporary ally when they try to escape, where we also learn that he has a secret, which he does not want to come out. So some mysterious to the character. And after, during Marineford War, he was trying to kill Whitebeard, but ultimately again ending up rescuing Luffy and Ace. And then saying this, I believe if you're gonna rescue someone, do it right. So he also faced a little bit off against the Flamingo. He has a real hatred for the Marines, and ultimately led to him and Mihawk creating Cross Guild. That was maybe one of the crowning moments for the character, being able to team up with Mihawk. I also like how he interacts with Buggy. That's real funny. Number 3 is Kaido. Kaido is on this list mostly because of how strong and threatening he was during the Wano arc. It also helped with his backstory in the Alabasta arc, where we learned that he was a member of the Rocks Pirates, and now we saw to that early on before that we learned of it, but we know where his role on the crew was. We know how he interacted with the Rocks Pirates, and during the Wano arc he defeated Luffy a few times before Gear 5 was activated, where Luffy was technically unstoppable at that point against Kaido, but he was so threatening that Luffy couldn't beat him. And if Big Mom and Kaido were both standing side by side against Luffy and his allies, Luffy would not have won. Splitting those two up was the key to beating them, but if Luffy hadn't activated Gear 5, he would have lost, and so would his allies. Kaido single-handedly is one of the most threatening characters in all of One Piece. He still couldn't have beaten Emu, and I'm still not sure if he will be able to defeat Blackbeard, but he is one of the most threatening villains, and that in itself has earned him this high. He was unstoppable to a certain point. Number 2 is Doflamingo. Do I even have to explain this one? It's Doflamingo, the most sadistic, most evil, most manipulative sons of bitches that ever shown in One Piece. He is despicable, maybe even more than Saturn. He's a celestial dragon at heart, and he wished he had that level of power that they have. He is so evil that I think that he could single-handedly be the most hated person inside the entire One Piece world, if it weren't for Ymir and Saturn, if people knew of Ymir. He's also one of Luffy's most threatening villains. He could not beaten Kaido in a fight, but Luffy still had to get to Gear 4 before he was able to defeat him. Not fully god level, but still incredibly strong. Doflamingo's sadistic nature and the way he treated so many people is part of what makes him such a cruel, evil person. He also took over an entire country that made them hate their own king through manipulation and his powers. So, yeah, he is a successful version of Crocodile. And finally, could have been anyone else. Marshall D. Teach, aka Blackbeard, is the best villain in all of One Piece after my opinion. Everything he accomplished throughout his pirate career is incredible. He infiltrated the Whitebeard Pirates in order to search for a certain Delphi. When he gets it, he kills a fellow crewmate and escapes. He captures Ace and handing him over to the world government. Original plan was to go after Luffy. Then he betrays the Marines in order to get into Impel Down and recruit his crew, the rest of it. Then he defeats Whitebeard and steals his devil fruit. When he was weakened, he became one of the four emperors. He has accomplished a lot. He defeated Law. He's been an enemy of the Revolutionary Army. And he's the son of Rock D. Sebek, someone that was earlier considered one of the most evil pirates, but was realized that his father was actually not that evil, but he failed to become like his father and become evil himself. Blackbeard could still become the final villain of all of One Piece. It's either him or Ymir, but I'm hoping it's him. The development they've given this character is so great that I really are looking forward to seeing what more they're gonna do with him. I'm not looking forward to a character as much as I am to Blackbeard in all of One Piece, because he has so much further to go, and you're building up him the same way they're building up Luffy. Two sides of the same coin. And that's it for this video. Which character is your favorite? Do you agree with this list? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would like to see you guys again next time.